Greetings and welcome to another video. It's Saturday, 7th of October 2023, and welcome to Muxton Marsh, which is part of the Granville Country Park in Donnington. And the past few weeks or so, I've really enjoyed exploring different sections of Granville Park. I've absolutely loved it. And the last time I was standing where I am now was 2 weeks ago, I think it was, where I came back to Muxton Marsh to revisit the place after a previous video back in 2020. And at the same time, 2 weeks ago, I explored a section of the Granville Heritage Trail, and it turned out that section of the Granville Heritage Trail I'd never explored before, so that was all good. I enjoyed doing that. Now, because of those two videos I made 2 weeks ago, last time I was standing where I am now, I wanted to come back today to explore another section of path that you can find from where I am today. So with that in mind, let's crack on, get to where we want to go, and yeah, it's going to be a good afternoon. Let's carry on. So as you can see here, we've got an information board about Muxton Marsh itself, and if we have a look to my left, you'll see this gateway here. And if we have a closer look, we can see that the Telford T50 50-mile trail is along this way, going off to our left. So yeah, the Telford T50 50-mile trail goes along this path in the direction I'm facing, and also if you go along this path far enough, you'll hopefully find yourself out by Donnington Asda supermarket. So yeah, the Asda here in Donnington. But we're not going that way today. Instead, we're coming back through this way. And if we take a moment to check out the information on that signpost in front of us, let's take a closer look. Muxton Marsh. The survival of Muxton Marsh is something of a miracle. Over the past 200 years, this gentle rural landscape has been utterly transformed. Mines were dug and spill heaps thrown up. Road and rail sliced through the old pattern of fields, but this meadow escaped. Housing has crept to its edges, halted by the power of orchids and unusual wetland plants, which have earned Muxton Marsh the protection of SSSI, Site of Special Scientific Interest status. Mining has cast its influence on Muxton in an entirely positive way. A nearby spoil heap blocked the natural drainage of the fields, providing boggy conditions ideal for marsh, hourgrass, southern marsh orchid and toadrush. Willows and alder grow at the foot of the pit mound, with bog mosses beyond. Several kinds of bat forage over the marsh and hedgerow. Frogs and toads thrive in the marshy areas. Minnows and water scorpion in the brook. So yeah, anyone interested in the local wildlife here at Muxton Marsh, and also Granville Park as a whole, that's some really good information for anyone interested in the area. So yeah, so with that in mind, let's carry on with today's plan. And what we want to do is turn to my right and follow the path in front of me to get to where we want to go. Starting here at Muxton Marsh itself, it seems like a good way to connect up the videos I made last time I was here 2 weeks ago with what I'm doing today. And it's lucky as well that this afternoon I've got some good weather going on, nice bit of sunshine. I was hoping to be here last weekend, but the weather last weekend was absolutely atrocious. I couldn't be out and about to make a couple of videos. That's why it's been 2 weeks since I was last here. But all in all, it's good. It's a good afternoon. May as well take advantage of what I've got going on today. So yeah. It's absolutely gorgeous around here this afternoon, to be honest with you. I know I say that a lot in many of my videos, but this afternoon that is a true statement in my opinion. Autumn has really taken hold at the moment. You can see the different coloured leaves on the trees, which are starting to fall on the ground now. And yeah, it's an absolute pleasure walking along many of these paths around autumn time. Yeah, when you've got nice weather going on like today, and you've got a gorgeous autumn atmosphere going on just like today, then in all honesty, Muxton Marsh is a gorgeous place. Absolutely fantastic, and so is Granville Park at large. It's absolutely amazing. As I've probably said before, or at least I should have said this before, I've absolutely enjoyed exploring Granville Park. and reading some of the information boards about the history of Granville Park has been absolutely fascinating. So yeah, just being here to begin with, absolute fun, and it's been a worthwhile thing to do, making videos about everywhere I've been in Granville Park. So yeah, which is why today's video, if all goes to plan, is going to be another fun afternoon, another fun thing to do. So yeah, so we're now at this gate here, and what we want to do is make our way through it. And we've got information here, which I'll just take a photo of conservation work going on here at Muxton Marsh. So anyone interested in that, it's worth checking out. So yeah, take a photo of that as well. Okay, and it says wetland conservation works 20th September to 31st October 2023. Muxton Marsh was nationally protected as a Site of Special Scientific Interest, or SSSI, in 1987 for its mixture of wildflower grassland, marshy fen and wet woodland. Although the quality of the meadow is improving with more and more orchids in flower, the fen is not in such good shape. Despite some great work done over the years, willow has steadily spread out from the wood, drying the fen and shading out wildflowers. This is limiting the potential for biodiversity on Muxton Marsh. To address this, the Council is working with the Natural England and Severn Trent Water Limited to improve the condition of the fen. This habitat restoration work may look dramatic as the specialist wetland contractors remove the willow, but please be assured that this project will ultimately benefit a far wider range of flora and fauna on the site. To ensure the most protection to wildlife, including avoiding nesting season, we only have a narrow window to complete these works, so please note that the area will look muddy and messy this winter. It will, however, remain accessible for visitors to enjoy. And there you've got a website: Ecology and Green Infrastructure Team, biodiversity at telford.gov.uk. So anyone wanting more information about what's going on, then you've got that website going on. Nice one. So what we want to do now is come up to this path, and we want to turn to my left and go up this way. Now we're about to encounter a crossroads, which we've seen in previous videos visiting Muxton Marsh. Now you've got the path going off to my right here, which, as we've seen in previous videos the past few weeks, there's a main road in front of me, and that leads, on the other side of that main road is the rest of Granville Park, which we've been exploring recently. We're not going to go that way today because we've already covered that direction in previous videos. And if you have a look to my left, this path that I'm now looking at to my left, this is the path I explored the last time I was here 2 weeks ago. Which, if we have a look at this signpost, you can see the Telford T50 50-mile trail and the Granville Heritage Trail. Both those tracks go off in the direction that I'm now facing. Now, like I said, that's the way I explored the last time I was here, so we're not going to go that way. Instead, the plan is down this path here. This is the way I want to explore, and if I remember correctly, this is the path I explored when I was first here back in 2020, I think it was. So it'd be good to come back this way, to be honest, see where it takes me. And if it turns out this path really is the path I explored back in 2020, well, firstly it'd be good coming back here, and secondly I've got a vague memory of how all this pans out. Should be a giant loop at the end of the day, but it's going to be worth exploring. I love the way the trees are, like a bit of an archway over this section of path. Right, so as you can see, the path turns to my left, and yeah, we've got a small hill to head up. Fairly gentle incline. Got a bit of a step here. Wooden small steps going on, shallow steps. Looks like they like bits of wood of some kind. Wouldn't be surprised if it's used to help keep everything in place. Let's see. Path is widening up a bit. Nice one. Looking good so far. Let's carry on and see how things work out. So here we are, further along the path, and it looks like the path kind of splits. You've got a path going off to my right, as you can see, but I'm not going to go that way. What I want to do is follow this path to my left, because I think it's this way I'm supposed to come. It's really peaceful around here, to be honest with you. I mean, in the distance, if you listen carefully, you can hear the traffic travelling up and down the nearby main roads. But if you're able to ignore that, then it's really peaceful around here at the moment. Especially the further along the path we go, because that takes us further away from the traffic, of course. But it's absolutely gorgeous around here. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how else to say it. I know I say that a lot in some of my videos, but at the time of speaking, that is generally the truth in my opinion. Where I'm standing right now is absolutely gorgeous. Really grateful and glad I make the effort to come by this way today. As you can see, the woodland opens up a bit at the moment. This is just a fantastic area. Absolutely amazing. I want to stick to the path, to be honest. I mean, it's tempting just to drop everything and go all over the place, but it looks like path does kind of go that way as well. To my right, another path. But I want to stick to this path here on my left, through the trees and over this hill. Right, well, on this path, where am I? Okay, it's interesting. I'm not sure where I am. Let's go off this way to my right. I'm not sure I remember this, to be honest. Knowing my luck, I'm not on the same path that I'm trying to explore. I've probably ended up on some completely different path. Hang about. That has actually happened. I'm on a completely different path to what I expected. Let's have a look in front of me. You see here, this signpost? This here is the Granville Heritage Trail and the Telford T50 50-mile trail, which, as we can see, points off in that direction to my left. What that means is I'm standing on the same path that I explored the last time I was here 2 weeks ago. So yeah, which means because I'm now on the same path I was on when I was last here 2 weeks ago, if I follow this path in front of me that I'm looking at, that will send me to the same place I ended up at 2 weeks ago in my previous video. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to turn around, head back this way, and it's this way that I want to go, because this way is going to take us back to where we started this video. Right, so if we pay attention here to my left, this little path here, this is where we've just come from, okay? And if we go back that way along this little path that we are now looking at, that'll take us back along everywhere we've just explored. So yeah, what we want to do instead is go this way, and this will be a nice way to loop us back to where we were before. So yeah, the reason why I'm coming back the path, following the path in the direction I'm on, is because I want to loop back nicely to where we started this video, because that'll be a nice way to work this video out. And as it turns out, the path I'm on at the moment completely different to where I thought I was going. What I should have done is gone back to my previous video back in 2020 and watched that and used that as a guide to help me figure out where I want to go, but I didn't do that. That's why we're in the situation I'm in now. But it's good. It's all good. Still glad to be here today. And yeah. So heading along this way. As you can see, you've got the signpost here. Marking out the Granville Heritage Trail and the Telford T50 50-mile trail. Both of which pointing off to my right, sorry, to my left, I should say, pointing to my left along this path here. Oh, there's a gorgeous smell in the air right now. Smells like there's a bonfire going on. I wish the people watching this video could smell the air right now of where I am. I love the smell of like this beautiful bonfire smell going on. Another signpost here. As you can see, Telford T50 50-mile trail and the Granville Heritage Trail heading back down that way, which will take us back to where we started our video. But then again, we've got this path here to my right. Then I'll come back to this path. In the meantime, what I want to do is head back down this way. So yeah, something's just occurred to me, that in my effort to find this path I explored back in 2020, I probably ended up exploring the wrong path, going down a completely different path in the first place. So yeah, that's probably what I've done. But no, it's good, if that's the case, gone down a completely different path, because it means I've ended up exploring somewhere new and somewhere different. And if it happens to loop around quite nicely to a different part of Granville Park, then all the better. But no, I think that's what's happened this afternoon. Not too bad, all very good, to be honest. Very happy about it. But further along this path here, we should be coming back to where we started this video. If we are, well, I think I am, then yeah. Yeah, here we are. We're back at the crossroads we were at earlier on. So this is the signpost we saw earlier, with a signpost pointing in the direction of the Telford 50-mile trail and also the Granville Heritage Trail. This path here to my left, as you've just seen, that's the path we've explored just now, which looped us around back to where we are now. that path in front of me, as we saw in previous videos, takes us to a main road, over which takes us further into Granville Park, which means this path to my right here takes us back to Muxton Marsh. So yeah, here we are back at Muxton Marsh, and I think what I'm going to do is end this video here, to be honest. Yeah, it's been a good afternoon. Ended up exploring a different path than I expected to be exploring, but as I said, that's good. That's good. I happened to enjoy something slightly different, and it also connected up to one of my 2 videos that I made from 2 weeks ago when I was last here. So I'm glad about that. Very happy. But yeah, gonna finish this video here. Thank you everyone for watching. I do appreciate everyone taking the time to watch this video and all my other videos, so thank you. Take care, be safe, have a great evening, a great afternoon, and I'll see you all soon in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.